So hello guys, welcome to the part 2 of the technical series. So today we are going to understand about the networking, and the particular part which we are going to understand is about the VLAN and other things. So as I told you, like today, in the last video, like it will be coming in the I button. You can check it out. The last video, you can go and check out the first part, how we are configuring and making up the home labs. So this video will be dedicated to what's the total networking series, and this in this we are going to understand the IP series, what are blocks of IP and how to assign DHCP IPs with a different range or the different IP addresses to the particular port, and then the VLAN, how to enable the VLAN so each of the port can communicate with each other, and so on. So this is going to be the one part, and we are using the same router out which is I showed you in the last video. This is TP-Link Omada series router, gigabit router, not only router, it's a gigabit router, and it's a gigabit VPN router. So I will tell you how to configure VPN, but that is not a part of networking right now. But yes, definitely will show you in upcoming videos. So today video is going to be soon. Like, so let me keep up the camera, and thank you for yesterday's comment, and I would love to get that comment. Like, if you guys are not understanding, you can check it out. So let's understand, like okay, let me just keep up the things, and let me just tell you, and if I can do some better things. So let me just check it out. Preferences, wait for a minute. Okay, so it's not coming actually, so I can might increase the brightness of this, but I think it will be okay for you guys to check it out. And so let me just whiten it up a little bit, then you can understand. So this is the one, and the power would come very here like this. Only the bad thing, like one side the power is there and other side the port is there. The power should be given so this side, so it should be one side only. But then also we have to use this one. So today we are using this, the adapter or the particular router needs 12 volt 1 ampere supply of power, and these are the LED blinkers. We have the USB port out here. We are having five actually it's a RJ45 connectors port, but one is the WAN port and other two are the convertible WAN. But other than that, we are having two LAN port. So let's power it up. The power cable is here, so let me power it up, and we'll show you guys. If you see, while powering it up, the three light will be there, and first light it will be powering it on, and then the system light will be glowing up. So it needs some time to power up. Nearly about the boot time is 3 to 4 or 1 minute, so on. And today we'll connect out the things, and we will do the same for each of them. So let me just set up one of my another TP-Link switch, which is here actually. So you can see there is one more TP-Link switch. So the TP-Link switch is coming out from here, and we are having the uplink as one. I will just disconnect this one port, uplink port, and will connect this one from the second link to the router main part, or TP-Link switch main part. Why I'm doing this, I will tell it, because I'm having the router and my laptop does not support like Ethernet cable, so I have to do like this. So if you see, let me power it up. Okay, so if I just how the power connection is going on. So we are having the LAN 2 going it up. Till now the WAN is not connected, so we won't get the internet. So LAN 2 is connected to the switch. This is the TP-Link SG. You can see it's a gigabit switch with desktop switch basically, which is a 5 port, and this is going to first port, and it is going to distribute in all of them. So let's check it out whether our system is up or not, and let me just check it out. So my IP starts with this series. So still now you can see the system haven't started yet, and actually let me see if I'm connected. Okay, I'm not connected to the same Wi-Fi, so I will shift my Wi-Fi. Though we don't have the internet right now available, that is the main reason, because still you can see the WAN port is not attached yet. I will show you to attach the WAN port and the things and so on. So till the time, it's taking a bit time. Don't know why. Let me. Yeah, it's connected. No internet. I got it. But still, the system is not up. You can see it's on blinking state. So let's wait for the system to be up. And till the time we can understand the basic concept. Let me just keep it aside. Keep my keyboard a bit out here. Actually, I don't have too much space in my workspace, so sorry for that. But you have to manage in this. And so yeah, the last time I told you, and right now how my connection is there. Let me draw it up so it will be easy. This is the VPN router. Okay, so as I told you, this is the VPN router, the main Omada series. Let me write it Omada. Sorry, oh, okay, caps lock is on. Omada series router, and the connections, let me make a 5 port out here. One, two, three, four, and five. Let me make a desktop switch. This is a switch, and let me just name it. This is a desktop switch. This is not a PoE switch. Basically, I will tell you, like I do have a PoE switch. I will tell you that also what is the difference between PoE and non-PoE switch. And this is like non-manageable switches, only just plug and play. But there are manageable switch also. So let me just indicate the exact configuration: non-PoE slash unmanaged switch, and it is having 5 gigaport. So let me just draw that 5 gigaport also. One, two, three, four, five. And there is one more. Like if you see, the wire has gone up to this. This is the router, and so I will draw one more router out here. Sorry, let me draw a router just here, and let me write it up. And this is wireless router, and I am using as access point. You can use that router also, but why I'm using it access point, that I will tell you also. There's one more reason. Now how I am doing it up, just understand. So still now, if you see the config, my port 1 is not connected, 2 is connected. So I have one line, this 2. Okay, if you can see or not, the wires are there. So let me just remove this wire. Okay, so you can able to check it out. If you can see this two, this wire is getting up in the first LAN. And what is the first LAN? Let me tell you. This is the second port. This is somewhere going like this. Okay, sorry, my mistake. Then again like this, and then again like, okay, like this. Okay, so this is the connection basically. And my second port switch, which you can see the uplink actually. If you see the green dot, the green represent like it's a super deluxe, which is 1000 gigabit going right now. And if I go with some like orange set, or there is, if there is a yellow color, I understand that that is not duplex. It is just a single thing, which is 100 MB supported, not 1000 MB supported. So and then if you see, this switch second LAN is actually connected to my this router. Okay, and this router is giving the wireless access to all of the device. So sorry. So right now if I told you the router is actually the aux bit name is the aux bit. If you can see the router access point is aux bit name, and if you can see, let me keep this aside because we are not going to configure this up. We are going to totally work with this. So I will show this only. So right now, if you see, the data communication is there. So how to check it out? You can see my desktop is not having internet. That I can also say you using google.com. If you see, the page cannot be load, but if you communicate between this 1.1, okay, there is something 197 196 point up. Okay, let me check it out. What's my IP? CMD. So my IP is somewhere, it's coming about Ethernet adapter. No. Okay, somewhere it's giving a bit different IP. I don't know the reason. Okay. So somewhere the connections has been actually demolished. So let me just configure it. I think it is auto assigning the DHCP. So let me go. And what we will do, let me just this is our Wi-Fi, and if you see IP assignment is auto, we will change it to manual. IPv4. We will give a IP address of 192.168.1.2. Subnet will be 255.255.255.0. The gateway will be 1. And leave, okay, preferred DNS we have to give, so I am giving a Cloudflare DNS. So let me just save it up. So now what happened, now if I type it, you can see it will be accessible. Why it is not accessible, I'm telling you, because as the WAN is not connected, the configuration by default has given to this IP. So when I have configured this one, so like previously this was my configuration, you can see I got a IP range from this, but right now if I show you, I changes my sorry, this one, if it's 169, not this one. Okay, where can go? Okay, might be I need to refresh. Oh yeah, you can see wireless LAN. Previously it was there with 169 configuration, but now I have configured it to this particular 192 series. So my possible things are accessible to 192 series. So let me log in and log in. If you can see, yesterday I told you, if you go to WAN, you can see WAN is disconnected, and this is my static IP config. So the WAN is still disconnected, and if you go to, like last time I told about load balancer, so if you say link backup to the online detection, you can see port is offline. So now what we have to do, we will attach our this cable, which is the WAN cable, which is coming from ISP to the first port. So you can see the first port has got a uplink, and now coming to network, if you see WAN is connected and it's up again. So here you are getting too much of things. You can configure any of them. If you're having dynamic IP, you can configure dynamic IP. If you're having PPOE, L2P, and then PTP, you can configure. I am having the static IP config from my ISP, so I'm doing with the static IP. Now, if you check it out, if I type, sorry guys, google.com. Oh, it won't work or something like that. Or let me just you can see it's working, the internet is up again. But now there is a point that I will tell you, and I am getting a speed. I am having some 200 MB of speed right now. So if I do a speed test, it will be coming like that. Now you can understand how it is working. If I go to this, the WAN got connected to this. This is the ISP. Okay, so this is the ISP. Now the question comes. The interesting part is that configuring the IP. So on previous video, if you remember, we have done what thing. I told you we can assign different IP series to this, to this, to this, and to this port, as I told you. So, okay, let me just tell you in a very secret manner. Like this Omada gateway router is actually hosted at x dot x dot one dot sorry x dot one. Okay, so the Omada gateway routers comes like this. Now, what are this X? The first two, like if I write it up here, the first X, then we are having the second X, then we are having the third X, then we are having the fourth X. So this is actually coming under two types of config. So first two, let me just take a plus. This 2x, which is the first two range, like this two, actually means the networking thing. So like where your server is actually located with how many blocks and all the things. And last two is actually for the subnet. This is for the subnet and this is for the subnet IP. And how much actually a block has. If you see, we have 255 to the power of 255. So one IP, like if we say this to 19, okay, let me just type it up. So what will happen? 192.168. It will go up from 1 to 255, then again it will come to 2.255, then again 3 to 255, like move from 1 to 255, it will work like that. So the IP actually works like this. Now my question is that, okay, if your system, like previously we saw a error, that was a known error, like because the IP was not matching or the IP was not in the same range, so we were unable to access this. Okay, so what we can do, let me tell you and how to configure this particular LAN and the ports. Okay, coming to our web interface, coming to LAN part, if you see DHCP client list, these are the DHCP client list which we are having, and everyone is attached to 192.168.1.6. So if you see, I have created some WAN out here, and let me just delete it up. So first I will delete it and then I will show you how it is actually working. So I will create a network list, and why we need a network list, as I told you, this particular this particular port will have a different network, this particular port will have a different network, this particular port will have a different network. And why we are creating it up, the benefit is that while coming to enterprise level, or the level where we are having the exposed thing, like we want to expose a server. Let's say we are having this switch and replicating this switch. Let me make it up another switch. So let's say we are if we are having this switch and we want to expose this switch, so what we will do, this switch is connected to this. So if this IP starts with 192 series, sorry for the handwriting, okay, let me write it up. 192.168.1.1 series, then what we will do, we will attach this one with this particular okay, and this will provide the IP which will be having of 172.22.40, let's say x dot x. So if we are exposing our things to online and all the things, so our the connectivity or the device which are connected to this switch will be exposed, not this switch, because it is a different network, it is a different network. So how to configure it up, let's show you. So here you can see this is the mode. I will click on add. Let's say name of the it's I will give a test. Now what will be the IP address? This is the starting IP address, and if you click on this arrow, question mark arrow, you will see all the things. So doesn't like you can check it out, you can do whatever you want. So I will give a very static like very different type of IP which you have never seen, 70 or something like AWS series. Let me give one. So if I search it, AWS IP blocks. So AWS IP blocks, I can't remember, but it's starting with 3 or something like that. So let me give it 3.3.1.1. The IP range is starting from this, and the subnet, we are having the subnet of two series, like one is 128 and one is a 258. So it's according to you how much IP you need in per field. So you can give that particular number. Now starting IP, what will be the starting IP? You can start the IP from next, you can start the IP from 10, you can start the IP from 100, no matters. So let me start it from 10 only. Okay. So the one who will be connected to this network test, he will be first assigned with the IP of 3.3.1.10 or 1.1011, something like that. Okay. The end IP will be, if I'm using 0, I can give anything, like if I add 255 to this, it will come nearly about 255. Then I have to give some others, so I will give you 255. Okay. So you can see like starting IP and the ending IP is configured. Default gateway, now what is the default gateway? Actually the default gateway is the own itself, the router, but you can see it's actually 192 series, but we are making a different network, so the default gateway for the network will be the same of the VPN router. Default domain you can give optional, you can give, I will give a different one, and let me just save it. Click on OK. WAN mode, let me give it 12. So what is VLAN? So that is I will tell you. So before that, give me 12. So you can see it is giving some error. So let me make it 254. And you can see we are having one more network which is called test, and whose IPs are from this to this. It's very clear to you guys right now. So now comes the part of VLAN. So what happened? Let me show you in Paint. You created a network block. This is the network block. Network block IP series is 3.3.x.x. Okay, this is the network actually not x.x, something 3.1 what I have given. Let me just check it out. Yeah, 1.x. So this is the network block. Now what you need to do, you need to assign this network block to any port. It can be, you can assign this block to this port, or this port, or this port, or this port, or you, what you can do, you can assign this same to both of the port. Now what does it means, why we need to assign this network? So whatever the, like if I am assigning to this single port, then this network is accessible to the single port. Okay, so whatever the device which we connected to the switch will be interlinked and can communicate between each other using the same network. But if we assign to this both of the port, and let's say we are having another network block which is of 191 series. Okay, let me say it's of 192.168.x series. Okay, so what you can do, if this is assigned to this also, and this is assigned to this also, so from this 3.1.x tag or 3.1. This network, you can actually access this network block also. So you can access this switch as well. So that is the link where VLAN comes. VLAN is the virtual LAN access. So how to do it up? That is very easy. And as we are doing it from GUI mode, it is easy. But while coming to SSH mode, the command line, it is a bit hard. That also I will show you, but on advanced level. Till the time, guys, you can subscribe to the channel and you can press the share it up. Okay. So we can come to VLAN out here. You can see our VLAN ID is created, and you can see it's the ID, the VLAN ID, the name, and the things. So right now, if you see, we are having five port: one, two, three, four, five. These are the five port of VLAN. You can see like one port is already with WAN, with the name of WAN, and we can't edit it because we need the WAN access. Now all the game is between 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what we will do with 2, 3, 4, 5, let me tell you very clearly. Right now, if you see, the first condition is, let me just change and change it to, I will unselect all of them, I will untag them. I don't need a tag for it. I will untag them, and it is available in 3. So what does it means? If you see, this is the first port, this is the second port, this is the third port. My second port is associated with VLAN 2. This is the VLAN 2. My third port is associated with VLAN 12. Remember, so if I go to LAN, if you see VLAN 2 is having the IP range of this, VLAN 3 is having the IP range of this. Now the interesting fact is that if I disconnect this and go to this, okay, if you can see, I have already disconnected this from 2 and I have been to 3. Let me type anything. You can see the internet is again down. Why down? Let me tell you the thing. Or you can't communicate between the things. Why the reason is this? Let me open this also. Like you can't communicate to 191 series also. If you connect it, it will not do anything. The reason behind is that we are having the uh, manual one assigned to it. Now what we have to do, we have to change it up. If you can see, previously it was with VLAN 2 ID. Now we will convert it to VLAN 3 ID. So the VLAN 3 is 3.3.1 point. The starting range was 10, so I will give it 11, and default get a 3.3.1.1. Okay, so if I save it up, if I access it, I will be able to access it up. The reason behind this, let me tell you. Okay, let me go to the. I have to log in it again. Oxbyte and the password I'm having. Okay, something strange. Okay, this is because, let me tell you. First, I will tell you the DHCP list. Look, the DHCP Unibikers is still not assigned with the old IP. It is having a cache, so whenever it is overing the cache, it won't be able to access this particular IP. But if you see the VLAN 2, 4 and 5 are untagged, 2, 3 to this, and 4, 3 to this. Okay. So what will be if I want to access with that? So I will be typing this, and you can see the same router page is accessible. Or else we are having the anything which is actually getting it up. I hope it is understandable to you guys. And the network, like we have separated both of the network. So whoever will connect it to port 2, he will be getting a IP series of this LAN, which is VLAN 2. This one, 192.168. Whoever will connect it to this, he will be getting a IP series of this 3.3.1.1. This is the same thing. Like you can make total 5 like that way, and you can do it up according to your own. So I hope guys it is understandable to you all, and this video we will end up here because it is already 29 minutes and we'll go up to the next video. The next video will be about the VLAN. Already the VLAN is there. Now we will be understanding the structure, like how to we are having this, like NAT and all the things, NAT servers, like virtual servers. And look, this is one more thing. Let me tell you, I have config. What's my IP? It will show a different IP to me. So if you see, it will come with 115.184 or something like that. So if you see, this is a IP which is actually I have byted it up. This is my IP. To host my servers and all the things. So whatever we are doing, my private IP which is assigned here, if you can see, uh, this one where it has one, sorry, the private IP which is assigned out here, it's different. It's my IP. If I show you with IF config, so you can see the IP assigned to me is 3.3.11, but actually my this is my private IP or inside the LAN IP, but my WAN IP is a different. My WAN IP belongs to 115 and this one. So this is my global IP. So I hope guys this is understandable for you, and you like the video. Till the time you can share and subscribe to us, and let's meet on the next video.